Welcome to Illuminated, Fireside Chat with Camilla and Walter. A 15-minute insight drawn from Illuminated, the Legacy Conversation, a 5-hour-plus transformational resource, hosted exclusively on Illumin8, PK's digital library for legacy-driven minds. Let this 15-minute glimpse stir something in you. Enjoy the video.
Walter, you have such an amazing profile, and I would just like to read it out to everybody so that everybody understands just where it is that we're coming from and what it is that we're doing in this conversation, and just so that they can understand the immense value that you have to offer. So let me do that before we go on to our fireside chat, which I am so totally excited for. Okay, so everybody, Walter Johnson is a visionary artist and a cultural architect. He is known for fusing beauty, truth, and purpose across every creative medium he touches. He's a master of multidisciplinary expression. Walter weaves together fashion and portrait photography, sculpture, painting, filmmaking, music production, and sound design into transformative works that move the spirit and challenge the status quo. See, already I'm even excited getting ahead of myself. Okay. So, with roots in sound engineering and a soul anchored in storytelling, Walter creates from the intersection of art and impact. As a creative director and director of photography, he captures striking human moments through the lens and shapes bold visual narratives that speak across cultures and generations. Through every frame, beat, and brushstroke, Walter Johnson invites the world to imagine boldly, reclaim lost dreams, and experience art as a catalyst for awakening, healing, and social change. So, wow, wow, wow. Well, welcome, Walter, to
Oh,
the
thanks for having me.
Illuminate.
Thanks for having me.
It is such an honor, Walter. So pleased to be here. So pleased to have you on. And so, Walter, I just have a couple of questions for you as we go. But even before we go into the questions, would you like to say anything as a word of introduction, or as something we can expect for this conversation?
I'm gonna say, first of all, I'd like to thank you guys for having me. Thank you, PK. Thanks for everybody and his team and making this happen. And I'm just excited to be here. And I just wanted to say thank you for having me. Yeah,
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, and we are honored to learn from somebody who has, a vision as bold and unique as yours. I'm sure it took a lot of soul searching for you to get to the point where you could so well articulate what it is that you do in the world, and it is amazing. I'm sure it, and I know it has so many applications, especially for those of us who are entrepreneurs or politicians, because storytelling is just the heartbeat of everything that we do. And it's amazing that you do the work that you do in a way that is combined so neatly with a great bow on it. And thank you for your service.
thank you.
um yeah, so I would just like to ask the first question. So how is it that you incorporate global perspectives into your art while staying true to your roots, and what message do you hope to convey to a worldwide audience?
Okay, so for me, I take more of a spiritual approach to borderless because we're all spirit first. So we were born to transcend borders because our spirits are all borderless. So for me, my approach is my spirituality first, and people on the planet is I'm compassionate about everyone on the planet. So when I'm creating something, I'm not creating for just any sector or any people group, but for all people and who all could appreciate the work.
Oh wow. Never would I have ever thought that that would be an answer coming from somebody, but that is really amazing. And so when you're doing this work and saying that you have a spiritual approach to all the work that you do, is any of this rooted in your culture? And what I'm referring to is like your physical identity. Is there a way that this also touches everything else that you do, or is it something that you choose to stay on with regards to your spiritual anchorage?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Okay,
I'm not sure I understand the
let me see if
question.
I can ask it differently. Yes, I was asking how you stay true to your roots. How do you stay true to your roots? Are you telling us that you stay true to your spiritual roots only, or is it that
Okay.
where it
Okay.
is that you come
I
from?
think I
I don't know if
understand.
you have a tribe.
I think I understand what you're
Okay.
saying. Um, I think staying true to your roots is just searching, being able to search within yourself and becoming secure with your own identity, and whether that be your history, the culture and where you live, the people you have around you. It's just being comfortable with who you are and being able to express it to the world. You know, I don't know if that answers your
All
question.
right.
It's really
Oh, I
self
mean,
reflection.
okay.
I think if I
Sorry.
understand your question right. Yeah.
No, it does answer the question. It does answer your question. Security is a very huge thing, and I think that that is something that, as us as Africans, we really need to us as Africans, it's something that colonialism, took away from a lot of us, to say pride, identity, and security in identity. So I think that's actually, a very, brilliant perspective. So, thanks for sharing
Yeah,
that.
because knowing
Um,
who you are, you can express who you are wherever you are to whoever you are expressing it to, wherever you are in the world. PK is an excellent example of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, he does it so well. It makes you want to be Nigerian, right?
Yeah.
I feel like most Nigerians do that. Yeah, makes you envy what he has. Okay, so when it comes to breaking barriers, can you share an experience where your work helped to break down a cultural or geographical barrier? Could you also share a strategy that you used in order to do this?
Oh, these are hard questions. PK didn't tell me these I, these are hard
It's
questions.
actually my question.
um, I guess on a very practical, just being able to work and to engage with people from all over without judgment, but creating impact and being able to, like, for instance, I met like I met PK through I think a person that he was mentoring at the time, and PK came to the studio, and we just started communicating, and no judgment, no fakeness, just being straight, real, and our authentic selves. And we've we've planned. I'm here. We've planned to do work, and we've done work, and I mean that's an example just at a very personal level as far as a, a personal interaction. Now, I also travel doing. I've recently traveled doing working on documentary film work across. I've been to went to Lagos a couple times, Abuja about 3 times. Uh, I've gone to London, and just having to travel this short. Like in the last 2 months, I've traveled a lot. I feel like PK because he's always traveling. Uh,
Yeah.
but the thing is that what I've learned is that people are all the same. I mean, we have different cultural experiences, but people are the same. Wherever I go,
Mhm.
people are all the same. There's certain cultural nuances and certain things that people do different, but ultimately people are the same. People want peace. People want to be happy. They want autonomy. They love art. They have their own artistic expressions. They like what they like. They eat. The food is different. but they eat. We eat everywhere, and it's just that. But the thing is that I think that we're more alike than we are different, and I think the more that I engage with people all around the world and travel, the more I realize how much we are really alike. And I don't know if that answers your question. Somewhere the answer is in there, I'm sure.
It absolutely is because I guess it would be hard to receive something from somebody from a new culture if you're approaching it with a sense of superiority or with a sense of I have nothing to learn from you, I have everything to
Yes,
teach you.
yes,
And
yes.
so you wouldn't be able to break a barrier if you're not putting yourself at the level where you would enter into a new space, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think
I think
what
I
you
think
said like
barriers are
really
broken.
clicks for me.
I think barriers are broken at the impact of conversation, right? And being able to connect with people. When you can connect with someone, the barriers are broken. So just learning how to connect with people through my work. People, I mean, certain people like your work. Some people connect with your work. Some people may not connect with your work, but through connection, I think that breaks down the barriers.
Oh wow. Okay. So there we have it. If you want to break down barriers, connect, 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 connect. The word there is connect. All right. Okay. So my next question is, as an artist and creative director, how do you believe that African entrepreneurs can leverage art and creativity to defy borders and achieve global success?
I say, I say, focus on the work, and the work will focus on the work. Uh, First of all, focus on the work. Uh,
Mhm.
and what's the second part of that question?
How do you believe that they can leverage art and creativity in order to defy borders and achieve global success?
I think as you can't deny greatness. So if you focus on the work and doing great work, the work can stand on its own. And then what and with exposure to like these digital platforms, all of them, social media, finding places like this to join and get on and be a part of podcast. I mean, just in putting your work out there through the digital platforms, people can't deny greatness. So just focus on the greatness and who God has created you to be, and just uh, get rid of the imposter syndrome and just do great work. Just do your work, focus on the work. As an artist and a creator, it's about the work. It's not so much about what people think about the work initially, but it's what you think about the work and what is coming through you. Focus on just being the vessel that is coming through. And then once it's done, then you may need help to get it out there and exposure. And that's when you go out there and you start linking up with people that don't have necessarily or that people that have better skills with marketing or things like that, if you're not an artist that markets himself or herself or whatever. So just the connections again with people who do and operate differently than you. But I say as a creator of anything, focus on the work.
All
Don't let
right.
the
And
Yeah.
sorry, don't let the
That's it.
work, please finish that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You just now spoke on number one, first, be actually truly great, right? Be actually truly great and make sure, that your work is good and that it stands on its own. You touched on something, and I think I don't know if I'm projecting or if this is something that other entrepreneurs or people that are out there wanting to do something struggle with. The one thing that would stop you internally, and it was going to be one of my other questions, the one thing that would stop you is the work that you need to do internally in terms of stopping to doubt yourself. And you spoke about imposter syndrome. Could you tell me that what is one mind reframe that you did to help you get over imposter syndrome?
I think that what we initially do. we create something and we compare. You shouldn't
Mm.
compare. You should just create. Let the people who view it and the spectators and stuff, if they want to compare, let them compare. You just create. Our job as artists and creators is to do the work, is to create the work. Be the vessel that it comes through. Trust the process and keep creating. Like it's not about like when you start getting into your getting in your head too much, that's the process. So you leave you it's like you stop the flow. It's like putting a a stopper in the tub and it just the water doesn't flow. So you have to leave it open so that it flows through. It flows through you, right? Because uh, I like I was telling somebody this yesterday. I create for many reasons, but the main reason I create is because I can't stop creating, and that's the thing.
Woo!
So you gotta keep the flow. You know.
All right. And keeping the flow is also about, putting stuff, create, put it out there, create, put it out there, And I think many of us can attest to say that there is, a point in the process where we're creating, where we're building, and then we stopped. And I know that it's very right to say that God won't entrust you with another idea. And sorry to get churchy on y'all. And God won't entrust you with another idea if you did not necessarily complete the obedience loop in the last one.
So
Right. And I
so
feel, please
so
go ahead.
I feel like one of the things that I say is like. Uh, as an artist or as anybody or doing any kind of body of work or uh, creator is
Mhm.
momentum is important. It's easier to get behind a car that's rolling and help push it than to get behind a car that's not rolling and try to get it to going. So we have to kind of be the car that's rolling so that if we need help with like marketing or help to get it out there, we have to make sure that we keep the momentum so that the car is rolling so that when we need people, they're not working harder than us to push us in our cars.
Ooh, okay. Okay, that's okay. I said okay because that's like a personal rebuke. People shouldn't be working harder at you on your vision.
If you enjoy PK's content on YouTube, then you'll love Illuminate. This clip was only a window. To access the full 5-hour experience, subscribe to Illuminate. $10 a month gets you the standard plan. $60 a month gets you premium access, including live mentorships, frameworks, and more. Or get lifetime access to Illuminated, the legacy conversation for just $180. And with premium, you don't just get illuminated. You unlock everything else inside. Illuminate, movements, beyond the obvious, top life, top work, the mentorship vault, and more. Ready to go deeper? Visit bit.ly/PK Illuminate.
Feedback from the future.